Mode of communication refers to the vehicles or instruments or channels through which communication is delivered or channelized. The choice of communication media depends upon a number of factors like the derived speed, amount of information, cost effectiveness, etc. When we say the numbers of factors like the derived speed, it is all about how fast or how slow the sender delivered his or her message to the receiver. In that case, if sender too fast to deliver this message to the receiver may not be understand the message what he or she tells about the sender. Next is amount of information. Example of that is reporting. I, the reporter, and as the sender, and my co-students as the listener or the receiver. So, I, the reporter, will give complete information, details about my topic to be discussed for the receiver in order to the receiver can get the knowledge about what I discussed to them. Next is cost effectiveness. Conciseness is a necessity for effective communication. Example of that is advertisement in television. Advertisement, it creates just once, and the viewer they can play or they can watch every time. And advertisement is complete details or complete information. That's why it is a cost effectiveness of communication. If you see that figure, the transmission mode of communication, it starts with the sender, it is the encoding, and the sender message delivered to the receiver, which is the decoding. And at the sender, if you see that the noise is the barrier of delivering a message in communication. There are three main ways of communication. One, verbal communication. Two, non-verbal communication. Three, electronic communication. So, let's start with verbal communication. It is the type of communication where use spoken and written words to get our message and information across to the other person. Example of that is when we are talking to our friends, with the teacher discussing to our students, or using a phone, video calling, and etc. Next is non-verbal communication. It might involve using a certain facial expression and hand gestures to make a specific point. It could involve the use or non-use of eye contact, physical proximity, and other non-verbal cues to get a message across. Let me cite an example of non-verbal communication. One of that is eye contact. Eye contact is commonly used in debates with our friends. Only eye contact can be used during libak-libak. Pagets na na yung kung sa mukha na. It is a part of communication. It is an example of non-verbal communication. Electronic communication. Electronic communication is any part of communication that broadcast, transmitted, stored, or viewed using electronic media such as computers, phones, emails, and etc.
Good day, ma'am. I am Kizea Faith Tibiano, and I'm going to discuss about face-to-face communication. So, face-to-face communication is when two or more people interact and communicate while visible to one another. This may be a physical, in-person conversation, or it could be in a virtual setting. So, face-to-face communication is the most effective means of communication, or the most common use, because number one, it establishes trust. Diba? When you talk to another person face-to-face, you can establish trust, because you can assure if they are telling the truth or not. because you are talking them face to face. You can see them physically. That's why it establish trust. And second one, it allows for easier persuasion. You can persuade them. You can assure them what or of what you want to say or express to them. And also it boosts active participation. It enhances conflict resolution because in face-to-face communication, unlike the other modes of communication, like for example in online conversation or in chat conversation, in messenger chat, you cannot assure them that it might have a conflict or misunderstandings because if you are not talking physically, you cannot see the person thoroughly. That's why it might enhance conflict. That's why face-to-face communication is the best way to communicate to another person. And also it provides clarity to conversation. You can clarify, you can express truly what you want to say to another person. There is a clarification in your words because as along as with your facial expressions and gestures and etc. And also it saves time during the workday because in face-to-face communication, diba, while you're talking to the person face-to-face, you can also do what you want to do, or the another matter, another thing that you want to do while talking to that person at the same time. That's why it saves time during the workday. And also it improves job satisfactions. You can be satisfied whether that person you are talking to is telling the truth or not. And you also in your part, you can assure them that you are telling the truth. Okay. um, like for example, there's the saying that if you're talking to the person face to face or physically, just look at their eyes because the words or your mouth can lie, but your eyes cannot. That's why face to face communication is the best way, the most effective means of communication. And that would be.
Hi, Ma'am Bill. Have a good day. I hope you're doing well and safe. And I am Vanessa Buntu. So our topic, it is all about moods of communication. So my topic assigned, it is all about video communication. So what is a video communication? So video communication refers to the transmission of information via live video, streaming, or through video sharing. With this form of communication, information senders and recipients are able to interact using both audio and video. So, video communication is a virtual conversation between two or more participants who can hear, see, and talk to each other, so that web cameras are used. So, uh, so that the two or more people who cannot interact face to face. So video communication have a disadvantage and advantage, which is uh, the disadvantage is internet connection and difference between countries, and the advantage is we can hear and see no matter what distance between two or more people. And there are different types of video communication, which is video calling, telepresence, video conferencing, and video sharing. So video calling refers to the service where two or more people can communicate through videos using their phone or PC. What do you mean by what do you mean by PC? Which is a personal computer. So not in a cell phone lang, but you can use it into a personal computer. So like for an example, through Messenger, you can video call your family, friends, and of course your loved ones. And telepresent is an advanced form of video conferencing that allows for real life simulation, where participants of a meeting feels as if they were physically talking with one another. And ang video conferencing is a form of communication where two or more people can share a live visual connection from different locations. So if you are doing a TikTok live, YouTube live, Facebook live, so many people seeing you of what you do. And lastly is video sharing. Most video conferencing technologies offer user the option of sharing videos during presentation. So, like for an example, sa video sharing is, you took an online class, and then your teacher showed something. So that is a video sharing. So video calling, telepresence, video conferencing, and video sharing, it is a types of video communication. And that's all. Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Lini Jane Paner, and this is my topic is all about audio communication. Audio communication is any form of transformation that is based on hearing. Audio communication forms are found in such platforms as audiobooks, television, movie, soundtracks, and music records. Audio communication means related to hearing. Audio communication is communication by voice. Telephone talk is the best example of audio communication. Listening to radio programs is also receiving audio communication. For example, call center. Call center is we can also hear them, but we cannot see them. These are another example of audio communication. One is radio, audio messages, songs, audiobook, music recordings. Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Julia S. Aspa, and I am the last reporter of Group 5. So my topic is all about text-based communication. So text-based communication is a form of information exchange through text, including but not limited to SMS, email, and instant messages. While text-based communication mode does not originally provide video and audio benefits. So examples for text-based communication is email, facsimile, text messaging, and Instagram. There are major ways text-based communication to improve your communication. So first is enhanced reading and writing skills. Using shorthands and emojis is the trend in texting, especially for informal chats. This method of texting pulls you away from the use of proper English. So enhanced reading and writing skills can help us, especially for informal chats. Like for example, we are going to confess or have something to say about that person. So we are using emojis to express our feelings without using a word. So second is encourage clear-cut communication. So text-only communication also creates clear-cut communication skills. When communicating through text, you are forced to stay a point with your communication. So these kinds of text-based communication can encourage us, especially to those people who cannot speak English fluently in face-to-face interaction. It can help us to think before you chat what's on your mind through text. So that's all. Thank you.